Hi, my name is Wesley Paul. My presentation is on Tecumseh's speech to the Osages. Tecumseh was born around 1775 and died in 1813. He has been hailed as one of the greatest Americans of all time, which has been found strange due to his violence against the Americans. He had even went as far as to side with the British against the Americans as they were taking his and his people's and all Native Americans, he called him his red men's, land throughout America. The speech to the Osages. It is not known exactly when the speech to the Osages was written. It is believed around either 1811 or 1812. It is not known due to the fact that the person who wrote it down was actually a child captive at the time of the Osages. His name was John Dunn Hunter. While the speech in our booklet is believed to be the true thing, there is no actual proof as to what exactly it was that he said, due to the fact that John Dunn Hunter wrote it a long time after he had heard the speech, and for the fact that he doesn't actually know when exactly the speech happens. Kind of makes it a little tough. In the speech to Osages, Tecumseh is asking his brothers and his Native American friends and distinguished gentlemen to join him to unite against the Americans. What I find very interesting is the fact that when it lists distinguished gentlemen, it does not exactly list who the distinguished gentlemen are. Back in the end of the paper, it does have a quote saying that they should follow their great father from across the great waters, who will bring weapons and arms for them to fight against the Americans. It is believed that these great father and these great warriors that are come and help them are actually the British. Tecumseh follows the old belief that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. He put everything for hope. He put his life, his people's lives, all Native American lives, for hope. He believed that the other white man, this British white man, would possibly be less ruthless and more caring for their people than the Americans. At this point, he had almost no choice, but he was willing to risk even his own life for hope and for freedom. In his speech, he asked all nations, all of his brothers, to join together to stop their fighting, to join together to follow with this new friend from across the seas in hopes of gaining their freedom once more. Benjamin Crott concurs on this through the critique of John Suggen's book, Tecumseh courted his allies to help defeat the Americans. In 1812, it is found that Tecumseh actually spoke with the British to try to have them help him fight against the Americans. He was trying to once again unite the British and his people. Now, it is not known exactly if these two happened at the same time, or if his courting of the British is what was able to bring these distinguished gentlemen to the speech to the Osages. As again, John Dunn Hunter does not know exactly when or what year it happened when he was a child captive. The main point of the speech to Osages was Tecumseh trying to unite all of his people against the white men, or the American white men, and to join the British white men. He stated that all they wanted was peace, and he believed that the Americans would never give them that peace, so they were now out for blood. He believed that the death of the Americans, the punishment, the surrender, the excommunication, the getting rid of all Americans of America was the only way to truly free his people. I feel that this selection was a very powerful, yet very depressing plea for help. It was Tecumseh's last chance at freeing his people. He was trying to unite the kingdoms, the tribes of America against the Americans. He was not willing for partial freedom. He was not willing to have his people sent to faraway lands from where they grew up on. He was not willing to give up his hunting lands. He believed either in total freedom or nothing at all. Sadly, he was killed in 1813, and he never realized that freedom.